Nature's beauty often hides a lethal trap. For some, caves become a silent grave. Today, we explore the most terrifying cave deaths ever recorded in human history. June 24th, 1967. 10 experienced cavers entered the notorious Mossdale Cavern in England. 2 leaders had explored this cave before. Everyone felt safe and ready for adventure. Mossdale was famous for its tight, claustrophobic passages. Standing up was almost impossible here. After hours, 4 cavers realized the difficulty and decided to return to the surface. Outside, the sky was turning grey. A storm was brewing, but no one noticed. The remaining 6 reached the far marathon passage. It was only 18 inches wide. A small stream flowed at the bottom. It seemed harmless, but the water was rising. On the surface, the rain became heavy. The group took cover, unaware of the danger. Inside, the water level was rising fast. The cavers decided it was time to leave. Suddenly, a massive lake formed around the cave entrance. A flash flood was occurring. The 6 cavers frantically searched for higher ground, but there was nowhere to run. The water pressed against their faces. Oxygen was running out as the cavern filled completely. Hundreds of volunteers worked tirelessly. They pumped water out and oxygen in, hoping for survivors. It was too late. All 6 cavers had drowned in the depths of Mossdale. May 28, 1973. 9 divers arrived at the Shaft Sinkhole, a cave with a tiny opening. A single beam of sunlight hit the water, acting as the divers' only guiding light. The plan was safe: stay within 200 feet and keep the light in sight. But 4 divers decided to push deeper, aiming for a record-breaking 250 feet. At that depth, nitrogen narcosis sets in. It feels like being drunk while deep underwater. One experienced diver felt the danger and turned back. The other 4 kept going down. Suddenly, their movements stirred up the silt. The water turned into a blinding brown cloud. Visibility was 0. They were lost in the dark, unable to find the exit light. Air ran out fast. Blinded and confused by the nitrogen, all 4 divers slowly drowned. November 1983. Richard and Clark entered Jacob's Well, a deceivingly shallow underwater hole. Their instructor Don had almost died here. His stomach ruptured from the extreme pressure. Richard removed his tank to squeeze through a tiny tunnel, holding it in front. Clark entered next and saw Richard's face. He was suffocating. His tank was gone. They shared one regulator, passing it back and forth as they fought to survive. A terrifying clank echoed. They hit a wall. They were in the wrong tunnel. They were trapped in the false chimney, a dead end that looks like the surface. Clark made it out in one breath. Richard remained behind, lost in the abyss. August 2005. 5 friends entered Gollum's cave, also known as the Cave of Death. To proceed, they had to swim through a 15-foot underwater tunnel, one by one. They reached a small chamber, but the air was poisoned with deadly carbon dioxide. High CO2 levels caused confusion. They couldn't find the exit hole to swim back. One by one, they got stuck in the narrow tunnel. All 4 friends perished together. The cave was eventually sealed with cement, ending its history of tragic deaths.